What's up guys, my name is Brovex and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to install a fake alarm light just like this one. We're going to be going over 3 different wiring methods in this video. For the first method, we're going to wire it so that the light is always on. In the second method, we're going to utilize a switch which will allow us to control when the light is on or off. And for the third method, we're going to wire it so that the light is only on when the bike is off. Now I've already done an installation of an alarm on this bike, and if you want to learn how to do that, I'll leave a link to a video in the description below. So let's get started. So the first thing we have to do is locate the battery. So to do this, we have to remove the rider's seat, and underneath the fuse box tray, we find the battery. All of these different wires contribute to the motorcycle's alarm, immobilizer, or remote starter, so disregard them. This is the type of LED we'll be needing, the main feature of it being a resistor right before the bulb, which allows it to strobe. Now I've already gone and connected some spade connectors to the end of the wires. All we have to do now is connect the black wire to the negative terminal of the battery and the red wire to the positive terminal of the battery. This is the simplest and easiest method to wire the LED. As you can see, we have power. The only thing is, it'll always be on no matter if the bike is on or off. To be able to control when the LED is on or off, one of the things we can do is incorporate a switch within the circuit. This is a 3-prong switch. This first prong corresponds to the negative terminal of the battery. The second prong corresponds to the power given to the accessory, in this case the LED light. And this third prong corresponds to the positive terminal of the battery. So the first thing we have to do is remove our positive wire from the battery. We have to change the spade connector to a quick disconnector, just like this one. So what we have to do now is take some spare wire. To one end of the spare wire, we're going to add quick disconnect terminals, and to the other end, we're going to add spade connectors. We can now take the quick disconnect terminals and connect them to the switch. We're going to take the black wire and connect it to the negative prong of the switch. We're going to take the red wire and connect it to the positive prong of the switch. And finally, we're going to take the red wire of our accessory and connect it into the remaining prong. All that's left to do now is take our spade connectors and connect them straight to the battery. So we're going to take the red wire connected to the positive terminal of the battery, the black wire and connected to the negative terminal of the battery. And with that, as you can see, the switch is controlling when the LED is on and off. This last method we're going to review is the one I highly recommend. It utilizes something called a floating ground, and it's a wire that switches from ground to power depending on whether the bike is on or off. To better understand this, we're going to get straight into the method. So the first thing we're going to do is take a circuit tester just like this one. We have to attach the clasp onto a grounding point onto the bike. In this case, it was this bolt. We're then going to take the probe and we're going to look for a fuse that has constant power. This means that it has power regardless if the bike is on or off. Now if you can't find a wire or fuse that has constant power, what you can do is utilize the positive terminal of the battery, which always has power. We then have to find a fuse that has power only when the bike is on, just like this one. So as I turn the bike on, the light goes on, and as I turn the bike off, the light goes off. With our 2 different power sources identified, we can wire them one of 2 ways. The first is by going directly to the wires underneath the fuse box. We can find the corresponding wire to the fuse and tap directly into it using a quick splice connector. Or we can connect directly to the fuse using a fuse tap, just like this one. I like this method a lot because it's easily reversible. This way, if we know that we're not going to ride the bike for a long time, we can easily disconnect the LED and the battery won't drain. So to do this, we have to remove the fuse we want to tap into. We're going to take our fuse tap connector and connect it to the prong that we tested. And we're going to reinstall the fuse with the fuse tap. With that all done, we're going to take our LED light, and to the ends of the wires we're going to use quick connect female terminals, just like these ones. We're then going to take our black wire and connect it to our power source that only has power when the bike is on. And we're going to take the red wire and connect it to our constant power source. So with those connections made, our LED light will now turn on only when the bike is off. The reason for this is the black wire, which is our floating ground. So when the bike is off, the black wire completes the circuit, allowing the LED light to turn on. And when the bike is on, power is not going through that black wire, disconnecting the circuit. Now the last thing we have to do is mount our LED somewhere where it's visible. Now any location on the bike that's visible will do, but I decided on the rear under tray. To mount the LED, we're going to need an LED holder just like this one. So we have to make a hole big enough to accommodate it. We're now going to take a pencil and mark out the specific location where we want to install our LED light. If you guys decide to install your LED light near the rear under tray, what I recommend you do is you place it on the opposite side of your kickstand to make the LED light more visible. To create the hole, what we have to do is take our smallest drill bit and create a pilot hole. We're going to follow it up with a drill bit that we believe is the size to accommodate the LED holder. We're going to test our LED holder, and if it doesn't fit, we're just going to continue on to the next biggest size until the LED holder fits. With that all done, all we have to do is take our LED light and place it into our LED holder and connect the LED to our power source. Here are the final results. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions or want to see more videos like this, just leave it in the comment section below and I'll be sure to answer. This is Brovex, thanks for watching.